Happy Thanksgiving all. It's been a while since I did a video, and I figured there's a couple of issues that I would like to talk about tonight, and I hope to get to them by tonight. First, I want to talk about this issue that happened with Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore. As we all know, and it's official, the two have been divorced after 6 years of relationship. They finally called it quits and said, you know what? Actually, the rumor was, well, it depends on who you believe. Some people believe that Demi dumped Ashton. Some people say that Ashton dumped Demi. Now, I'm reading the article in People Magazine, and People Magazine was talking about their insight into the final days of their divorce. Now, I'm looking through this magazine, and I'm saying to myself, I had to go into the inside scoop. And so I'm reading this, and I find out that it's a very, very good article that People did about their final days of the relationship and how it broke up. And what I found mostly interesting were the comments that Ashton Kutcher made about what really happened. Ashton believes that Demi Moore was trying to change him. And I'm going to get to this, I'm going to get to that point in a minute because it's interesting that he would say that. But you know something? During this divorce, they had intense arguments. There was a lot of fighting in public. There was fighting in public, in private as well. Demi had insecurity problems with the idea that because Ashton was a younger man, she was more worried about losing him, and so she, you know, tried to make herself as young as she can by going into plastic surgery, getting liposuction, getting Botox, anything to make her body look perfect. But at the end of the day, you know, after 6 years, I didn't realize they were married that long, but after that long marriage, they called it quits. And you know, Ashton's theory was that, you know what, I can't be with a woman who tries to change him. And you know what it is that what really happened, or was just Ashton figure, you know what, I conquered Demi, and there's so much pussy out there that I don't have to worry about, you know, Demi anymore because I already nabbed her. And you know something, you know, she couldn't really make a baby anymore because Bruce Willis already gave her 3 kids and she didn't want any more. So now we come to the question of, how did this relationship come to an end? You see, women at the age of 40 have to understand something. When you're over 40, and especially a lot of older women do this, because I dated an older woman once, and they do the same thing that Demi does here. They act like because they're not getting any younger, they want to control every aspect of your life, because you know when you're a young person, you got to worry about, you know, is he gonna leave me for a young woman? Does he really want me? All the insecurities. Like, no man wants to hear every day, do you love me? You know, I am getting older, but do you love me? You know, I'm getting gray in my head. Do you love me? You know, they don't want to hear that every 5 minutes. What I think Demi has to understand is that because Ashton is a younger person and a good-looking person, he's not going to be around. A lot of these dudes, like, you know, Nick Cannon's got this problem too. Like, you know, Mariah Carey has that insecurity. You women got to leave the insecurity to yourselves. I know that you want to remind the man that, hey, look, you know what, I want to be with you, and I want to make sure that you truly love me. Well, obviously, you know what, if you really do, if the person really does love you, you sign a prenup. That will show you that there's some love there, your money's protected. But Demi Moore didn't protect that money. I think Ashton was trying to play her from the beginning. I think what I honestly believe was, I think Ashton said to himself, he really loved her the first 3 years, and then the last 3 were just like, you know, Bruce Willis being a pain in the ass because he wants to be like the second husband. And you know, then you got those ugly ass kids, and you know, you got Rumor trying to hit on you, and you know, all that little dumb shit that she left the house because she doesn't want to be, you know, like Demi Moore didn't want her to be around her man and all that bullshit. But at the end of the day, and you know what's sad is that, you know, Ashton played her, and you know something, he'll get that 145 million because you know what it is, because now the divorce is over money too, because they don't have no prenup. You know, basically Aston can go after the money if he wants to. But what fascinated me about this whole breakup was the idea that a lot of older women need to stop changing younger men. I mean, if you're going to date a younger man, date him because, you know, you fuck him and date him. You don't really want to keep a younger man, because younger men are very immature. You know, they don't act like 40-year-olds. 40-year-old people act like they want to, you know, they want to settle down. They're not as, you know, some older people anyway just want to settle down and have a good time. But when you're dating an older person, when you're dating a younger person is always looking at other women. A younger person will feel like they, you know what, well, this was a conquest. I conquered Demi. I can go to my grave saying, you know what, I fucked Demi, and you know what, there are other celebrities I want to get my eyes on, particularly when you're dealing with Aston and his, you know, young-minded state. And Nick Cannon is going to do the same thing to Mariah. I don't give a shit how much money she got or how much, you know, she's worth. When you treat a man like a butler, or when you treat a man like shit, trust me, at the end of the day, they will dump you. And I don't care how much weight you lose or how much money you give them or what type of jewelry you give them, what trip you take. If you're trying to change the man, she will fucking leave you. Now, Aston, I'll make this one final point because I know my time is short. The only final point I will make about how Aston fucked this up, because how could you dump Demi, dog? I mean, as much as I like one-year movies. Like, Aston's not the greatest actor on the planet, but, you know, I like Butterfly Effect, and so I'll give him that much credit. But, you know, how could you mess that up? I guess he looked at it as, you know what, you know, he wanted to keep her. But at the end of the day, dog, I mean, I'm talking about Demi Moore. I mean, this was this is one of the finest, the top 100 of the finest bitches on earth? And you dumped her for, like, some whores in the street? Ugh. Come on, dog. I mean, you know what it is? The way I kind of see it is that, you know, Aston acts like, you know, he was on Howard Stern once, and he's like saying, well, you know what, I love her, and we're in love, and all that bullshit. But you know what it is? I truly believe that he played Demi. Well, you know what it is? Demi was so busy trying to control his aspect of his life and make the image of what she thought he had to be, and Aston was playing her for the money. I guess he figured, you know what, you know, he gassed her up, and then at the end of the day, he gonna ask for $145 million. I don't know if he's gonna get it, but he's gonna ask for it. So, you know, they don't have no prenup with it. I just say, you know what it is? Aston, you fucked up. And you know something? This goes to show you that, you know, for all the celebrity women or anybody that wants to fuck with him, leave this guy alone. I said, this fucking ass, all he cares about is himself. He thinks he's too good, especially, you know, when he dumped Demi. And you know what it is? Bruce is going to fuck him up. You know, believe me. Bruce is probably looking for him right now. Bruce Willis is probably walking around saying to himself, you know, you hurt my friend, my children like you, and now you fucked them over. Which is kind of stupid in a way, because that just means that he still loves her. But it's the idea that, you know, this relationship is such a drama. And when you read the People article, because it's a really good piece, you'll see the inside drama of this whole thing where Demi's trying to, you know, romance him and, you know, keep the relationship going. Now, will they get back together? It's a big maybe. But, you know, we'll see how this drama plays out. But, you know something, it's kind of a sad tragedy because Demi is trying to be 20 and, you know, you can't be 20. Once you get old, girl, you're going to get old and you can't change him for what you want him to be. And Aston, you're a fucking ass because you dumped Demi, and Demi's a fine piece of ass. You know, she may not have the greatest looking children on the planet Earth, but that was a piece of ass, you know, and you dumped that shit. So, you know what? You know, both of you some stupid asses, and I hope this drama comes to a close. But you know what? We'll continue to follow it and see where this goes. And for the most part, I just wanted to get my thought out there. Tell me what you think of this whole Demi Moore incident. Do you think that Aston's stupid? Do you think Demi is stupid? Do you think Bruce is going to fuck him up? Hit me up with your comments. Let me know what you think. You all have a great weekend. And remember, use your mind. It's your best weapon.